Welcome to another Epic Ethics story, part of the Daniels Fund Ethics Initiative Elementary School program. As you listen to the story, consider the 4 awesome questions, inspired by the Rotary 4-way test. Is it true? Is it fair? Will it build friendships and community? Will it be helpful to those involved? Stay with us after the story for some thought-provoking discussion questions. And now, Coyote returns water from the frog people. A Kalapuya tale. Coyote is walking on the beach contemplating a curious thing. The mighty Chinook River has run dry. Its big delta, now a stinky mudflat. Coyote sits down on a driftwood log and scratches his ear. After a while, Coyote is startled from his reverie by a sharp whistle from the ocean. It's Old Man Salmon, poking up from the surf. His face is flaking off. "Hey, Coyote, come here." Coyote is wary. He's never seen Old Man Salmon looking quite this bad. You can see his bones. He skulks closer to the fish, but keeps a safe distance. "What's the matter with your face, Salmon?" "That's what I need to talk to you about, Coyote. You need to help us. The frog people have built a dam across the river. No water flows. It's past time for us to spawn. That is why my skin is falling off. If we don't get up the river soon, the salmon people will die without children." Coyote ponders the situation. Typically, his mind is muddled, so he does what Coyote always does when he's confused. He follows his tail. "Hey, Coyote, what's the problem?" His tail feels Coyote has a heavy weight about him. "The frog people have done a bad thing, Coyote Tail. They have built a dam across the river and are keeping the salmon people out." The tail commands Coyote to get close. "So here's what you do, Coyote." Coyote digs in the sand and uncovers some old bones of sea lion. He takes one of the rib bones, chews it for a while, and spit polishes it so that the shard resembles a dentalia shell, highly prized by the frog people. Coyote takes the bone and runs, his tail flat out, across the coast range, through the mossy rainforest, to a large dam made of earth and downed trees. Through the fog, Coyote sees a green lake behind it. Coyote is panting when he meets the frog people. He holds out his homemade gift. "Hello, I'm very thirsty. I'll give you this shiny shell if you let me drink." Old Man Frog takes the object from Coyote and holds it before his face like a mirror. Coyote doesn't wait for an answer. He dives straight into the lake and begins lapping up the water in giant gulps. "Don't worry about me. This might take a while. I'm parched." Coyote drinks and drinks and drinks, and the lake begins to lower. Soon he has consumed half the water. "Hey, Coyote," yells Old Man Frog. "If you keep drinking like that, you'll owe us another shell." Then Coyote submerges beneath the water. Coyote is down there for a long time, digging furiously at the base of the dam until finally it breaches and water cascades down the canyon. The river is for all the people, Old Man Frog. It needs to run free. Coyote is so full of water that he looks like an engorged tick. He races to a hole in the ground near the top of the mountain, opens his mouth, and purges a great stream of water that soon fills the hole. Frog people, this is your pond. It is not a big pond, but it's yours. Then Coyote hops on a cedar log, floating down the river, and rides it all the way to the ocean. That night, the salmon people treat Coyote to a great feast. He eats and eats until he falls asleep. The end. Discussion questions. When the frog people dammed up the river, were they making decisions for the good of all concerned? Why or why not? Why do you think Coyote decided to help the salmon people? What was fair or unfair in the story? Who in the story was making decisions that build community? How can you help a friend who is being harassed by peers? If a disagreement begins to turn hostile, what can you do? This has been an Epic Ethics recording, generously sponsored by the Daniels Fund Ethics Initiative. We'd also like to thank Colorado Rotary District 5450 for your service above self and support of peaceful schools. For more information about the Epic Ethics program, or to bring this program to your elementary school, contact us at www.epicethics.org.